took in what we call a cow case when a cow gets loose and causes a wreck with the car. And those still happen up in northeast Georgia. And interestingly, it was a bull this time, and he walked away from it after totaling the pickup truck. And he was collected up and taken back behind his gate after he had completed his little nocturnal visit to a cow in a pasture across the road. You can't make up stuff that happens in real life. Mostly our firm does civil litigation and predominantly on the defense side, but all over northeast Georgia.
That's great, Chairman. Glad you're here. I have an idea for marketing your services. You could have a big billboard that said, "Cow crash, call Cowsert."
I may use that.
My good friend from Gwinnett.
From Gwinnett and Fulton and Forsyth. So I get part of three counties. My day job is not nearly as exciting as running into cows and other hooved animals. Is that what you went to law school for? Seriously?
Anything goes, baby.
Anything.
Take care of your problems.
This is my third year in the legislature, second term. Thanks to my many friends out in the audience that were a big part of that, and just glad to be back. I employ over 100 folks that are based out of Gwinnett, so that makes me heavily experienced on the labor side, and I pay an awful lot of insurance for all those trucks and people. So I've got a firsthand bit of experience with, I think, most of what we'll be seeing here in the committee, and glad to be here.
All right, my other good friend from Gwinnett.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. At first I was like, which friend? I'm not your friend. Good afternoon, everyone. Senator Nikki Merritt. This is my 5th year, so I'm in my 3rd term. It seems like time has gone by very quickly. But my background, I retired from AT&T. I then ran for office. I am a proud member of CWA 3204, as I was in my union during all those 23 years while at AT&T. And this is pretty much what I do. I'm fortunate I had the bandwidth to be a legislator. I wish we were paid like full-time legislators, but that's a whole nother conversation. But yes, happy to be here. It's always a pleasure to serve on insurance and labor and do what we can, to help our constituents and help Georgians in this committee. So.
Thank you. So as you can see, we have an outstanding committee today. We also have the majority leader is ex officio Senator Steve Gooch, apparently not able to be with us today, and a long time serving legislator, Senator David Lucas, is returning on this committee, and he's not here today. But an outstanding committee with a diverse background of experiences and occupations, and from every kind of corner of the state. So that I think will bring a lot of strength to our work, and I'm proud of that. I'm Larry Walker. I'm fortunate to chair the committee again this biennium. This is, I think, my 3rd year of chairing and my 10th year of serving in the legislature. I represent Senate District 20, which is 8 counties across middle Georgia. I actually live in Houston County, which is the most populous part of my district, and I started an independent insurance agency in 1996, so I've been doing that about 29 years, and we represent a lot of different carriers and mostly focus on property and casualty insurance, do some benefits. We are supported by some excellent, talented staff, and I want to introduce them to you quickly. From Senate Press, Emily Leonard. Raise your hand at least. There you go. Our legislative counsel, again, and he's got experience serving this committee, Vince Wiegand. Appreciate you, Vince. How many years have you worked with Senate Insurance? This your 3rd, or was it 5th? Okay, great. from the Senate Office of Policy and Legislative Analysis, we have Lindsay Hughes, and she's an attorney that will be also helping us doing policy research, that type of thing. I've got a new administrative assistant who has hit the ground running, super smart, Orla Fennell. Thank you, Orla. And then I've got a mighty promising young Senate aide that's a sophomore at the University of Georgia. Now, Claire, this is only the second week, really, that we've been here, so the jury's still out. We're expecting a lot out of you. But I met Claire in the off-season and recruited her, so I'm very excited that she has joined us. But that's our team. We look forward to working on behalf of all the Georgians and working with those here in the Capitol advocating for different interest groups, and I look forward to working with you. So that handles the introductions. Next order of business will be the adoption of the committee rules, and those should be in your front of your folder, stapled, or I guess they're stapled, yeah, or taped in there. Essentially, these are with some minor tweaks, really, the rules that we had for the 23-24 biennium. I did, Chairman Cowsert, steal a little of your language from your rules on your committee, which just added a little clarity, but I was pleased that our rules were essentially the same as your rules, but I thought some of your wording was a little better. So if I could have I'll give you a minute to look those over. I also looked at the rules for the Public Safety Committee, that it was, and they were essentially the same, really. Thank you, Dean. All right, I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor, please signify by raising your hand. All right, looks like the rules are passed unanimously. Thank you very much. All right, now on to some real work. We have Senator Kirkpatrick is going to present Senate Bill 5. Yeah, I think so. And this is on a topic that hey, Senator Lucas, good to see you. This topic is an issue that this committee is familiar with. We passed something very, very similar last year, and just didn't quite get it across the finish line, is my understanding. But go ahead, Senator.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. This bill should look very familiar to you all that were on the committee last year. We passed this bill out of the Senate as Senate Bill 307. It also passed the House, but the House put something on there that did not allow the bill to pass, and so we're back with this clean bill again this year. And this has to do with prior authorization, which I probably don't have to define for you all, but basically it's the process by which insurance companies require prior approval for medical procedures, medication, surgery, diagnostic imaging, etc. In recent years, a number of carriers have developed gold card programs, which is essentially a fast track for providers who consistently adhere to evidence-based medicine, resulting in their requests being approved most of the time. This bill requires health insurers that utilize prior authorization to have such a program and to provide the criteria to the Department of Insurance. The bill's effective January 1st of 2026, and the first filing would be due July 1st, 2026. Across the country, carriers are scaling back their PA programs. This saves time and money on both sides and eases administrative burdens on healthcare providers. I've worked with the insurance commissioner and the insurance industry on this bill, and I look forward to the committee's favorable consideration. Happy to answer any questions.
All right, any questions to the author? I don't see any questions, Senator. Let me see if there are any Anybody in the audience want to make any comments or yes, sir. Come forward, Jesse. And introduce yourself and who you're representing, please, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. My name is Jesse Wellington. I'm the President and CEO of the Georgia Association of Health Plans. Our remarks will be very brief. We just want to extend our gratitude to the sponsor for working with us on this bill. She has addressed any concerns my members may have had, and so we wanted to publicly thank her for working with us to get to a good compromise.
Thank you. I appreciate your work on this, Senator Kirkpatrick, and this is going to help the Georgia consumer, I think, is the bottom line. Not only will it help providers, but I think ultimately it's going to benefit people that are seeking care. So, and Jesse, thank you for working with her on this. Yes, sir.
To Jesse. I know United Healthcare has a Gold Card program and other insurers do. Do we know how many insurers in the state of Georgia do not have one?
I would need to actually get back with you on that, Senator Robertson. I think the majority of my members do have these, but they may not be in all market segments, so they may have a Gold Card program for their Medicare Advantage products, say, but maybe not for the small group, so I would need to check.
So with the date that Senator Kirkpatrick's put in here, is there going to be an issue with everybody getting this put together in time to meet the deadline?
No, sir, my members haven't expressed any concerns about that.
Okay, thank you.
Good question. Thank you. All right, Senator Kirkpatrick, you can return to your seat. Thank you, Jesse. What's the will of the committee? Senator Robertson.
Motion do pass.
All right, I have a motion to do pass. Senator Robertson, a second. Senator Harbison. Any further discussion? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, like sign. All right. You got your bill passed. Early. All right. Is there any further business to come before the committee? Hear none. The meeting's adjourned. Thank you.